3, 2, 1, and we are live. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have Gilbert and Luch here coming to you with another episode of Unfiltered Privlege.
Boom.
G, tell them what today's topic is.
Time to get in where we fit in, big bro. Really wanted to hit on this big wave that's happening right now that I guess we can call self-help.
That's a good way to put it.
Self-help, self-empowerment. Which, if I could just set a solid preface here, is
Preface. So yeah.
I believe in it 100%, right? I think it's definitely important. I think that we should all use it in our lives, but I think that the wave that's happening right now, bro, is incredible, right? Like, and watching it from, man, I've always kind of had that in me, right? My mom, growing up, my mom always kind of brought that up. She was always very like, "Yo, fuck it, we're on our own, but we gotta look at this positive. We gotta look at the positive things in life. We gotta, she's always
the go-getter mentality.
Yeah, very much so, right? Self-motivated, and that's kind of what it is, right? Just being self-motivated, and always having that in life, man. When I met people, growing up, and meet people, at work, it's always they're like, man, they'd say like, how do you keep that mentality, right? Or they'd sometimes even laugh at me like, you're a fool, because man, and one of my taglines just in life was always living the dream. And I was working at a methadone clinic. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of where I picked that up, living the dream. You know what I mean? And people would ask me, every single one of the patients would ask me, and these were some of these patients, man, that were at the very lowest, right? They would ask me, what do you mean living the dream? You're here dealing with us. We're addicts. Da 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 da. And I'm like, I'm living the dream though. I'm awake. I got life. I got shoes on my feet. I got clothes on my back. Like, I'm living the dream. There's somebody out there who's way worse. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that always get made fun of, but I always kind of held that mentality. And now, back then, people would laugh at it like, you're a fool. Why are you saying that? What do you sound dumb, right? Yeah. And now that there's this whole big wave of it, it's more mainstream because it's always been around, right? Tony Robbins has been doing this since the 80s.
How to change your life for the better, how to increase your financial income through affirmations.
And that's, you know what I mean? Like, it's incredible, right? Like, you can do some incredible things with your own self. Yeah. With the self-information, of course you can. But the wave that's happening right now, bro, is incredible, right? You see girls on Instagram, you know what I mean, posting
a picture of their
like a booty pic, and it's and then like with an inspirational quote at the bottom, or trying to like, you know what I mean. It just seems outlandish.
It seems just trendy. Like it's been people are doing it because it's the trendy thing to do. Kind of like the people that say they do yoga just for the fact of saying, I'm going to do yoga, and I'm woke and shit like that.
And I think that all of that, bro, I think that this is what's happening. It's a ball of that. It's a ball of being woke and motivating and you know what I mean? And that's great. Like that's incredible, right? But you should definitely start at square one. Yeah. Right? Don't practice what you preach type shit. Yeah. Right? It's funny because I see people in my family, bro. I see friends that will say, motivational shit or preach this or you should read this book, and are just the darkest people, are just you know what I mean?
And it's like, I know why you're saying that right now, because right now that's the perfect thing to say.
Yeah. So right now this wave is validating that. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I'm definitely not here. I know we're not here, bro. We're definitely not here to talk shit to people who are doing that. And we're definitely not to talk down on them. Like, I am. That's definitely not. That's not my. I'm coming at it like, if don't just talk about it, be about it. You know what I mean? Because if more people were really about it, you would see it in society.
Yeah, I'm definitely not. But the thing about it is, the people that are really, really about it, they're not the ones putting themselves out there like that. So I just want to address all the people putting themselves out there, posting shit about your chakras, and you don't fucking meditate every day. Like, just because there's that. I can't stand that, bro. I literally can't stand that. Or people, if they're reading a book, whether it be like a Napoleon Hill, they post a picture of the book, currently reading this. I'm like, okay, why are you posting this?
Just fucking read it.
Yeah, just read the book, man.
It's the same thing about those parents, man, that will post like, took my kid to the doctor today. Like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about you or your
supposed to do that.
You know what I mean? Like, plain and simple. Like, yeah. Be a fucking parent. Be a real parent, and don't post it and just live it. Yeah. Which is my whole. Which is what fires me up, bro. If we can just get right into it.
You know what I would equate it to? And I'm sure like there's memes about it and shit. It's people that they'll record themselves feeding the homeless, or they'll record themselves giving the homeless money.
Bro.
It's the same thing.
Yes.
It's the exact same thing.
100%. Like, yo, if you're gonna do that, then fucking do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if you're going to, if you want to impact other people, then do it like a fucking human, right? Don't just put it out there for however many followers you got, or more so even just to look fucking cool. And I think that's the fucking problem, dog, is that everybody's just trying to look so cool.
It's a corrupted thing, because it's like you're being righteous for recognition.
Exactly.
You're being righteous.
That's exactly it, man. And I think that's detrimental to our society. You know what I mean? Because it puts a sour taste in your mouth. Just like we talked about the workout people, just like we talked the religious people, like it puts a sour taste in your mouth.
See, bro. But with that though, I don't know. I think it's more complicated than that, because if someone only feeds the homeless when they record themselves do it because they want recognition, it puts a sour taste in my mouth, but
Absolutely.
A sour taste in my mouth has nothing to do with the actual deed of getting done. So how do you balance that?
And of course, I mean, it's a great deed. I mean, that's amazing, right? But I think it's done with the wrong intention.
Yeah.
Like, you're not doing it, you know, man, and not to bring on some religious shit, you know what I mean? Like, but I remember when I was growing up, my mom would always tell us, you know, she's like, yo, if you got a little extra change, give it to the homeless guy. Don't talk shit about it, because you don't know what situation he's in. Yeah. Right? And you never know. That might be Jesus. That's what she would tell us, right? so it's like, yo, it shouldn't be coming out of your heart like, look at me, doing it for the gram. Look at me, giving a joint to the homeless, giving a sandwich to the homeless, giving $100 to the homeless. Like, yo, if you're going to do that, then fucking do that. Why post it? For likes? For yourself? That's, bro, like, again, like I've said in numerous podcasts, we live in such a fucking narcissistic society that's all it is, bro. It's just it's just another form of narcissism. Like, oh, look at me, be the change you want to be in the world, see the change. And it's like, oh, okay, like, cool, man. Like, you were the same motherfucker that was talking shit to me when I was trying to pump you up. You know what I'm saying? You were when I years ago. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what I've noticed. Back in the day, it was gay. You were gay for being positive. It was stupid. You were dumb. You were look how dumb you look.
You're not a rebel. You're not a not a misfit. You don't go against the grain type.
And now it's like, oh, it's a cool thing. So, and it's like, wait, but you were just the person talking shit. And I'm all for empowering yourself, bro. I'm all for bettering yourself and bettering your life and bettering your future and bettering your family. But you do a lot of contradicting things, right? It's like, oh, I'm gonna put a self-improvement thing, and then I'm gonna go do some retarded shit at a convenience store too on the very same feed. Right? It's like it kind of then that's what I mean.
It's inconsistent.
It's for the show.
Yeah.
You're just doing it for the show. Excuse me. And I'm all about it, man. I'm all about it. And I'm when I meet people personally, I just try to make an impact.
Yeah.
Be 200 with them, make an impact. That's it. It's not about posting shit.
What gets to me too, man, to go back, because we're talking about it's this wave. I'll see people, and some people through conversation, they'll be like, oh, have you seen The Secret? Have you seen The Secret? I'm like, bro or girl, whatever, like, that shit is like 4 years old, man. Like, the whole, like, this is the first time you're ever hearing about, like, self-affirmations and you know, talking to your own conscious, like, positive thinking, how you can maximize your results. Like, this is the first time you're hearing about this. Like, and I don't know, man, and I'm kind of like the same way with music. It's like you're just now hearing that, like, you're late, you know what I mean? So it's a trip coming from me. From when it first came out, I was like, oh, like, this is a cool little wave. Right. But then, of course, through me being more seasoned in it and seeing and reading different things, it's like, oh, okay, I know what this is now. It works, but I'm able to see it through the hype that was initially, and it's a trip to see someone who is caught in the first wave, like the first set of it, you know, and they're super pumped up, and I just know, I'm like, okay, well, it's harder than you think, you know what I mean? Like, it's gonna die down. You're excited right now, that's why you're super pumped about it, and I'm not trying to deny you of being excited, but just know, when that excitement dies down and you're left with the real grunt work, when you're left with the real life, questioning yourself, questioning your abilities, and still being positive through that, that's when I want to see if you're still pumped up about it.
100%.
Yeah.
100%, bro. And I'll be 100% transparent. I read The Secret. I watched the movie or whatever, listened to that. I did it all, right? I listened
to
But to me, that is such a profiteering
it's
system.
The reason why I believe it is, is because they highlight they highlight the mystical of it. They make it seem like it's something mystical, like a religion.
And they know that we're lazy, so they know that we'll just buy this shit. We'll buy it, and then it says it right in the book, bro. If you just wish for a check to be sent in the mail, a check will be sent in the mail.
Absolutely not.
And it's like, okay, you're just making lazy people fucking lazier because they're not out there doing anything.
I'm envisioning.
You know what I mean? But and again, this whole movement, it almost makes people vulnerable, dog. It makes people vulnerable because they're so fired up, you know, about bettering themselves and bettering and like it and that's exciting. It's exciting, bro. But then there's also sharks out there, bro. People end up becoming soft targets.
Exploitation.
Because there is sharks out there. And hey, bro, I used to be a shark nigga. I'm all about it. And hey, sharks gotta eat, bro. I'm not hating on these sharks.
That's
right?
all it is, man.
But there are these MLMs out there that are seeing, you want to better yourself? I have a perfect way to do it.
Yeah.
I got the perfect way to do it. And being somebody who was, and I'll be transparent, bro, somebody who was part of an MLM, bro, they definitely, you're fired up. They know how to push them motherfucking buttons.
They definitely work the right gears.
Exactly,
you know?
Exactly. Which then in turn could be, could be really bad for certain people.
Yeah.
Right? Like
if they don't have the mental stability to not be shaken.
Of course, because then they instill this mindset of, if you're not doing this, or you're not paying towards this, or you're not doing that, like you're a loser. You're obviously somebody who wants to work this,
or you don't want to. You don't want to work. You're scared of hard work, basically.
Yes.
I mean, what it really is, man. It's really a brilliant formula if you think 100%. About it. It's brilliant. Because what it's meant to do, the language, it's meant to work on your soft spots. Yes. And it's meant to have you answer the own questions for yourself. Like, do you want a better life? Of course you do. Who does? Would you be willing to work hard, for a better life? Of course you would. And it deconstructs the entire process of complexities.
Of course.
And it puts you to a point to where you're conditioned. It's made infallible. It's literally made infallible. It's like the reason the reason that you're not successful is because of what you're doing. And if you're doing something different and you're still not successful, it's because you're not doing it right, or you have to change this.
Absolutely.
So they make it a real infallible concept. And
you have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and thousands of people that want to be self-motivated, that want to be right, and they think that this is the best route to take, and there's no other route. If you don't take this route, then you know what I mean. It makes them very vulnerable to this or to that, or to man being in a rut. You know what I mean? Kind of staying in a rut. And again, man, I'm all for people bettering themselves. I'm all for being out there hustling, man. I'm all for, you know what I mean, working hard and doing what you got to do to get where you're going to get, because a job's not going to get you there.
Yeah.
Let's just be 100%. A job's never going to get you to have the time with your family, to have the life that you want, period.
The only way that it can is if you use the finances that you get from trading your time into putting into something for yourself. That's true. Like, and just like with the MLM businesses, like they say, there's a lot of truth about what they say.
Yeah.
Oh, you work most of your life, 40, 45 years until you die. Where the school system originated, like there's a lot of factual things that
and they have incredible principles, bro. I'm not even gonna fucking bullshit.
Yeah,
incredible principles. And it's just it's the vehicle that's being used, right?
Yeah.
And then of course it's the leadership that's being, you know what I'm saying, that's taking reins of that vehicle.
That's exactly what it is. Oh shit.
But I think that it ends up making a lot of people more vulnerable to being manipulated.
100%,
more vulnerable.
Bro.
And again, man, you're an adult, right? You make your own goddamn decisions. You spend your money how you want to spend your money, but it makes you a soft target when you are super about this and this, right? And
you're told to turn your brain off.
Exactly. And you know what I mean? That's a lot of it, man. It makes you a soft target, man. And then it ends up heightening the sense of failure. It ends up heightening the sense of rejection. You know what I'm saying? Like that's and failure is the best thing you could possibly have in your life.
Yeah.
Right? Failure is the best possible thing you can have in your life, man, because you learn from it and you push forward and you grow from it.
Yeah.
Right? 100%. But you shouldn't have this fear of it, right? You shouldn't, and that's almost what a lot of these people do, right? In Herbalife they instill this fear in, like, if you're not doing this, you're failing your family. If you're not doing this, your kids are not looking up to you. You don't give a fuck about your family. You don't care about your future. You know what I'm saying? And it heightens that fear, like, holy shit, of failure, of rejection. You understand what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying, but I would also say that you should feel failure to an extent, but you should never be told, oh, your kid's not looking up to you because of this, you know. And that's another example of it, man. Like, it's kind of like, here's a 5-course meal, but we're gonna spit in it. We're gonna taint the real value that we're trying to give you with some bullshit. Like, we're gonna give you some bullshit along with the truth.
Right.
You know, when it should be the truth. Because the truth is, you should be trying to do something to better yourself 100%. And your family. You should be afraid of failure. Because if you don't, you are going to end up working, and someone else is going to end up profiting more off of you than you are off of yourself. Yep. And because life is scary, bro. Life 100%. Literally is scary. So to an extent, you should fear that, but
it should never be geared toward this vehicle, right? It should your fear should be of just not having that life, right? It shouldn't be, because I'm going to fail this system.
I'm
going to fail this system.
It's like saying, oh, Brandon, you don't want to play basketball anymore? That means if you stop playing basketball, you're never going to be in the NBA. And being in the NBA is the only way you're going to be successful. That's literally what it is.
Exactly it.
There's other ways that one can become successful. But also, though, bro, with MLM, multi-level marketing, I do think there's a lot of people who that is their only chance for success.
Could be.
Because they're not creative enough. They don't have the critical thinking skills. They don't have the past experience being exposed to certain and different people with different arts or different mindsets, whether it be podcasting, drawing, skateboarding, fucking powerlifting. You know, they haven't been exposed to these different avenues, so they don't really know. They won't, and they will never have their own route to success.
You're not wrong.
So what do? Because they stick with the programming, because they're originally programmed to go to school, graduate, get as much education as you can, get a good job, and always work for somebody else. So they've never tried to do something or be successful at something themselves. So, you know, when these MLM marketing people come along, it's okay, well, we're going to take this program out and we're going to put this one in. So instead of doing what your parents told you for the rest of your life, do what we say and see what happens. So,
but some people become incredibly successful.
Yeah.
Some people become incredibly successful, but then it's like
the amount of people that do that and the way that it's just how the difficulty of that being you, they're not honest about that.
Exactly.
They're definitely not honest about that. Because don't get me wrong, if anybody listening, if you're thinking about joining MLM, whether it's a scam, this and this and that,
what's funny, man, is
all that is
irrelevant.
Scams. Yeah, all that, whether it's a scam or not, all that is relevant, especially when you're looking at it through the context of capitalism. If you can become a leader and convince people to do certain things, rock that. You can become successful. But however, if you see these people on stages and they're making millions of dollars allegedly, and they have all their time or whatever, I would put that at the equivalent of becoming some kind of rock star or some superstar NBA player. Yes, it's possible.
Absolutely.
But it's not the same for everybody. Everyone is different, because everyone looks different, has different physical appearance. Everyone has different personality traits. Everyone has different levels of likabilitiness.
There's so many different characteristics.
Yeah.
But not only that, you know what I'm saying? You have life. It's having to deal with all of that.
Different situations, right?
It's different situations, man. It's different situations, and yes, it's 100% possible.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you can get out there and to me, though, everything that I've seen, man, I personally couldn't become that mold.
Yeah.
Man. I just couldn't. Like, I got some great friends, man, and some incredible friends, you know what I mean, doing their thing. And should I wish them the absolute best? I hope they're out there just murdering the game to get up there, you know what I mean? But me personally, man, it was hard for me to fall into that mold. You know what I mean? Like, it was hard for me to fall into that mold. And it was hard for me to really believe, like, there's no other outlet except for this outlet to succeed in life. Yeah. To have, you know what I mean? To have what I want in life. And you know, really grateful for the principles that I learned. Very grateful for all of it, of course, man. Learned a lot of great things, man, but seen a lot of shady shit, too. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Seen a lot of shady shit, too. But I was able to take that and start doing my own thing, right? Start building businesses of my own. Right, literally of my own. Yeah, 100%. Right, not off of somebody else's back. You know what I mean? Like, and all power to people who want to do that, man. But it ends up creating this mindset of, if we don't do this, we're nobodies. If we don't do this, we're losers. We're this, we're that. You know what I'm saying?
Man, bro, absolutely 100%. But one of the things that really, really gets to me is when they say it's not about what you love to do, it's about what works. Right. I think that's such a quote unquote infallible. Well, it's a fallible statement if you think about it, but it's meant to be such like an attractive thing, because that makes sense, because it's unconventional. Like we said earlier, like it's a misfit, it's going against the grain type thing. But after, you know, because I've watched a lot of biopics and documentaries on like successful ass people, you know what I mean? Whether it's Jordan, Conor McGregor, Floyd Mayweather, from like Tony Hawk to Steve Jobs, and all these people, man. Like if there's one thing I've noticed, they're able to put in ungodly like work and godly like hours because they love what they do. You know what I mean? Because I'm really of the belief, man, like if you don't love what it is that you're doing, you're not going to be able to withstand the adversity and do what it takes in order to become successful in that avenue.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. But I think that this turned into MLM real quick.
Hey, self-help, man. I mean, that's a big part.
It is. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it makes those people very soft targets again to these people who are like, hey, we can make hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars if these people keep them motivated. Yeah. But they're gonna stay at this level. Yeah. They're gonna stay right here at this level because, hey, shit, Las Vegas is only so big. Yeah. And people can only stretch their finances so much to get to so many different places, right? It's like how many people have that type of reach, right? You know what I mean?
100%.
So it ends up becoming a rut. But hey, man, to bring it full circle with this self-help thing, man, it's like you should definitely take control of your life. Oh yeah, you absolutely should do something, right? But you should never count on somebody to help you do that something. You know what I mean?
Or I think you said it the other day, put all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And rock with it. You know what I'm saying? And rock with it to the very end, no matter if you look embarrassed, no matter if you look stupid, no matter if people laugh at you, no matter if anything, right? Yeah. So you could take those MLM principles, bro, that you learned, or you know what I'm saying, that we've learned, and we can put them into real life action, right? We can really use them for life. Yeah. And that's what people fail to see, man. It's like, hey, it's great that you're reading this book. It's great that you're reading How to Win Friends and Influence Others. That's great. Now apply it.
Think and grow rich.
Yeah, but now apply it. And that's what's wrong, bro. It's like, you're all just doing this. Yippity yap, look at me. I look so cool. But you're not applying shit. Yeah. You're not applying anything to your actual life. You're still fucking working. Yes, you're saying cool quotes, but you're not fucking applying it to your life. And that's where it comes from. That's mostly why I wanted to do this cast, man. Is because it's people talking this shit and not applying it into life. Yeah. You're just not applying it into life, man. You're not applying it into life, but you want to try to help everybody else. Yeah. And you refuse to apply it into your own life. You're still stuck where you're stuck and refuse to move forward because you're scared. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think self-help, incredible.
100%, man.
Use it. Absolutely. Have that shit in your life every day. You don't got to see it when you scroll through your feed. You don't got to see it when you...
Yeah. I'm not...
I shouldn't be... You know what I mean? Like...
I'm not with that posting shit.
Oh, let me be somebody in my car leaving a quote. What the fuck?
with Tony Robbins though, man, because he has what was this? I'm not your fucking guru or something like that. Man. Yeah, to where it's a good thing to hear a motivational speaker, man, because you get pumped up.
And he's dope as fuck.
Dope as hell. But the way I see it too, man, is just like, especially through meditation, you know, getting more in tune with your thoughts and feelings and how you're in control but not really in control of them at all. Like, I can clearly see, man, or you know, even this goes into people going that get super hyped up on Sunday and motivational speaker. It all comes from the same place, because you can get these same euphoric feelings from going to a fucking concert.
Of course.
I've felt the same exact thing where you just feel that life, or a drunk night. I've had drunk nights where I just look up at the sky and I'm like, man, life is fucking good. I've been at a concert and I'm just thinking like, man, I'm super pumped up. I'm filled with emotion. Life is good. I'm seeing someone speaking motivationally. People are clapping. I'm just like, man, I'm really glad I'm here. I'm really glad that, you know, I'm pumped up right now for action. But it's the human condition, bro, that you can't sustain that forever. So
you can't. And bro, let me just start with, I listen to Tony Robbins, bro. And
me too, man.
My pops had his tapes, and I listened to the tapes.
The OG tapes?
Bro. Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm all for it. Gary V kind of is they.
He's a different kind of appeal.
I love him, bro. They're all incredible, bro.
Yeah.
They all fire kids up. No direction. That's my problem.
Fire
up. No direction, man. And I think that your life will never be in balance, right?
Never.
People who are gonna watch this like, your life's never gonna be. Fuck you, right? Your life's never gonna be in balance. So, but it's finding that fucking median where you could know where you want to go.
And start taking steps
and get motivated.
So
people are just looking for motivation. I'm just looking for motivation. I just need motivation.
Yeah.
But I don't know where I'm gonna go. So I'm gonna pay $50,000 to go see Tony Robbins. Get motivated for 3 fucking days of just incredible motivation. Absolutely. And then I don't really know where to go.
Go back
How
to work.
many of those people go to those stadiums, dog, and then just go right back to work?
Go right back to work on Monday.
You know what I'm saying?
Most of them.
And Tony Robbins, bro, God bless him. He's fucking amazing. But yeah, he gets to do this for 3 days and then live like a fucking king. Like a god, right?
Yeah.
Like a god, like a handsome god. He gets to do that. Boom, done. And you are back to living your regular life. There are going to be a few people out of that room that are going to do some incredible things. Yes. But a majority aren't.
Yeah.
Man, you got to look at it statistically.
That's just life, bro. That's just life.
People are going to get fucking motivated and then just going to be like, nah.
That's too hard. It's still too hard.
You know what I'm saying? Like, get motivated and start doing something. Get motivated and take some motherfucking steps, man. Get motivated and do something fucking scary. I tell my little girl every day, do something that scares you. At least one thing that scares you every single day.
That's a really good. That's
do
a really
something.
way
Whether
to put
it be compliment somebody, whether it be make yourself look silly, whatever it is, do something that scares you and fucking start bettering yourself instead of putting all these stupid ass quotes out there. All these you know what I mean? Putting these, look at the book that I'm reading. Look at me walking around with a book. No, read that fucking book, bro. There's no need for nobody to know that what you're doing, right? Self-improvement is just that. Improve yourself. You don't gotta let everybody else know what the fuck you're doing, right? Oh, look how cool I am. It's like, nah, but you're still at the fucking club. You know what I'm saying? You're out here still spending money like a fucking idiot. Yeah, you're reading Think and Grow Rich, but yeah, you're still out here at the fucking club spending all your money. You're still buying on impulse. You're still eating out every day. Like, it's like, okay, it's simple fucking decisions that you gotta make in your life, dog. That these people hear once or twice from a person who speaks really well, and they're like, oh my God, I'm gonna follow them. Bro, it's small little fucking decisions, and we spoke on this before.
Yeah,
it's small decisions that you make in your fucking life. It's how you wake up, right? It's your attitude towards others. It's how much value you're fucking adding. That's gonna make you succeed ultimately.
But here's the thing, though, too, man. Especially in more recent times, as technology, advances. I think that there's a finite amount of things that one person can do to become successful, given where they stand on the current timeline of life and creation, right? And as time goes on and technology gets more and more advanced, the number of things a person can do to become successful, really financially independent, I think decreases and decreases and decreases, right? So
I don't think so, man.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so.
But there's clear evidence for that, though, bro. Like, for one, there used to be elevator people. Now there's no more elevator people.
Oh, in that sense, yes. Right? I'm sorry, I misheard you. In that sense, yes. Yeah. Right. Like, of course. In the job, and you mean in the job field, in the job?
Oh yeah, I mean, even look at let's take Wolf of Wall Street, man. There was a point in time where you and I can have a phone and we can call somebody right now and convince them, like, hey man, I got this new company, we're gonna get rich. You can't do that anymore, bro. There was a point in time when you would call that person and Joe living in Kansas would be like, oh well, I don't know, I don't know if I should give you this $10,000. I mean, we've all seen Wolf of Wall Street, right. But you know what? You would trust a stranger over the phone. True. Nowadays, bro, that Joe picking up on the other line is like, yeah, right. I've heard this before.
But now there's different avenues. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
you might not be able to do that.
Less.
I don't think so, man. I'm seeing these kids getting rich off the dumbest shit.
Off YouTube, right?
You know, YouTube, unboxing videos.
But wouldn't you agree though that now? If they would have caught the YouTube wave, when YouTube first came out, the people that are most successful are the people that jumped on that kind of stuff first. Now, if you get into it late in the game, everything is so saturated and there's so much of the same content that you're trying to put out. It's hard. You either have to be really, really, really good to get your name heard, or it's just not going to happen.
True too.
So Soulja Boy, for example, that's the reason why Soulja Boy got so successful. Because in the MySpace days,
I'm sorry, I did not expect this conversation for Soulja Boy.
That's why, because in the MySpace days, he was one of the first ones to start putting music on MySpace. And that was his marketing. He was the first one to start marketing MySpace in that way, and that built his base, that built his audience. Now, I'm pretty sure there's somebody on the street with the damn MySpace. Oh, check out my music page. It's like, yeah, but there's a billion of you other niggas out there. Like, so even if you are good, I'm not gonna listen to you because I'm just gonna be under the assumption that you're not worth listening to.
I just think more so now you just have to be a lot more innovative.
You do. And that's what you have to be a lot more innovative.
So I think it comes down to you either ambitious or you're not. You know what I'm saying? You're either driven or you're not.
I don't think it's that simple though, because you can be ambitious, but if you don't have the right avenue, you're probably not going to be successful.
Well, I think if you're ambitious though,
it's an intersection though.
In a sense,
it's an intersection.
I think if you're ambitious, you can get out there. If let's say you don't know electronics or this or that or technology, if you're ambitious, you would know. I'll go find somebody who does. And you link up with the best of the best, plain and simple. You try to link up.
But when you involve a lot of, especially the best of the best, a lot of times for an average person, that involves capital that you don't have.
Sometimes not though, right? Sometimes you could even grab some of your friends that know this or know that, or
it's
but
just that's what I'm saying.
Innovative.
That's what I'm saying. It's all the sometimes though. You can do the most and still not be successful.
True.
That's all, and that's a scary thing. And I think people just need to accept that.
People,
and that's what eventually stops people from trying.
Absolutely.
And maybe that's really. And I was talking to my cousin about this. Maybe that's what the true definition of faith is, because there's an unlimited amount of things that you can do to be successful, or try to do to become successful, right? And that mountain looks so big. You're like, oh man, that means I have to try. I have to try this. How would I put that? There's a mountain of things you can do to become successful,
right.
And the mountain is built of rocks, and each rock is a different thing that you have to try. So you're looking at that mountain like, what? I have to try all of that shit? I don't want to do it anymore. So maybe that's what faith is saying, okay, I'm willing to try everything until I find something that meets that intersection that I'm good at, that I get, and that's doable.
Absolutely.
And falls within the right timeline. I'm catching it at the right time. So you proceed to do that.
I don't know if there's a set timeline for your success, right? Because I've seen people in their 50s, 60s.
Oh no. I'm not saying as far as your timeline goes, but I'm saying a lot of times, bro, like whenever someone, whether it's been Steve Jobs or Jordan, they've been at the right place at the right time, mixed with their ambition, their hard work. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of ambitious people who just they never I guess get lucky enough and get put in the right place where there's knowing a certain coach, being on a certain team at a certain time.
Well, see,
because that shit can change everything, man.
I've heard I think it's something like preparedness plus opportunity equals success. You know what I mean? Like, which is true too, man.
Yeah.
But for a lot of us, we're gonna have to be flipping rocks.
Oh, 100%.
Flipping and flipping and flipping rocks until your thumbs bleed.
Yeah.
Are you down for that?
That's the question.
That's kind of what fires me up is like, yeah, go ahead and be motivation. Be self-motivated, right? Be self-empowered. Absolutely. Fire yourself up. But do something.
Yeah.
Start flipping rocks.
Do something. Yeah.
Start flipping rocks. Right?
Yep.
If you're really gonna put this quote out there, start flipping rocks.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And a lot of people aren't willing, dog. They'll flip 2 or 3 rocks and they're like, well, that's it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And it comes from, who are you looking up to, man? Who have you seen flip rocks?
That's
you
what
know
I was gonna say, man. I think we're conditioned like that. A lot of us are conditioned to, if we're going to school and getting good grades, that's the right thing to do. You're on the right track.
Of course.
But we're not conditioned to, oh well, Gilbert, what do you like to do, man? How about you like fishing? Do you like mountain climbing? Do you like, what is it that you'd be interested in trying at least? Pottery? Who knows? Painting? Let's try these different things out. And you're not feeling pottery, let's try this out. But we're not doing that. So a lot of these kids, man, there's no direction. And I think that's what is causing them to suffer, is because they're not passionate about something that they like to do and trying to realize. Earl Nightingale, his definition of success, and mine too, is a success is an individual who realizes that's where I want to go, and realizes that they're slowly progressing towards that goal. It's the progression of saying, oh, yesterday I couldn't do this, but today I can do this, and tomorrow I can do this.
100%.
It's that realization that you're moving towards a goal. But most people, they don't have a goal. Their goal is good grades, get a high-paying job, and that's unfulfilling, bro. That's unfulfilling for most.
It's more so, what examples do they got? You know what I'm saying?
None.
What direction are they being given? Right. So I think it's up to us as a society, man.
Had to be parents.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, man. Exposure, man. You know what I mean? Exposure, but it's lazy now.
Yeah.
I could see it all on the internet now. It's lazy. It's lazy, man.
Yeah.
So like I said, it's not that I knock self-empowerment or self-motivation, not at all, man. But start flipping rocks. Yeah. Man. I mean that's an incredible metaphor. I like that, and I'll be using that. You know what I mean? Because it's real. How many rocks are you gonna flip, man? You're gonna get to a boulder eventually. Yeah. It's gonna be hard as fuck to flip. But are you willing to do that for you, for your family, for your goal, whatever it is, man? Whatever the fuck it is, man. Like, start flipping rocks, man. Yeah. Start flipping rocks.
Well, self-help, I guess. I don't know. You got anything else?
No.
All right, well,
pretty solid. You know what I mean? I just say, you know what I mean? I'm definitely not knocking those people who do that, man, and who want to put their quotes out there and do their thing. And if you're gonna ride that wave, ride that fucking wave. I hope it just makes you better. You know what I'm saying? That's just it. I hope it just makes you better as a person and kind of just shows you to push yourself forward, man. Don't just rock it because everybody else is fucking rocking it. That's my problem, man. Everybody's rocking it because everybody else is rocking it. It's fucking garbage. I also want to say, if you're an individual coming off of the wave to where you may have been super pumped up and then you realize, like, oh man, this isn't gonna work for me. That's not the end, man. The story is constantly being written. You can constantly find different things to do, and you just gotta find another wave to ride, and maybe that wave will carry you all the way to the beach. Maybe it won't. Maybe you'll fall off before, but you always got to keep trying to find these waves 100%.
In order to get to the shoreline.
That's exactly it.
You know, so it's not the end, and don't feel too devastated. But as you come off of each wave, whether it be MLM, if you're still in it or you were in it in the past, I think it's very important for you to be able to take the good things and keep the good things, and not
anything. Even if you fail, failed business, whatever it is, man. Yeah, keep failing, but fail forward. Real shit.
And just fail forward. Fail forward. Leave it at that. I was looking, bro. See the bookcase, the compound effect, Think and Grow Rich. Look at all that self-help shit over there.
Niggas on the way. Niggas on the way.
But all right, you done, G?
Yep.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is another live episode of Unfiltered Privilege. This was the self-help MLM episode. Don't know what we're going to be coming to you with next, but we're going to try to make it a good one.
And regardless, flip rocks.
Flip rocks. All right. Like, subscribe, drop the comment or not. Give some feedback or not. And tune in next time. Everybody
or not.
have a good weekend.